Welcome to all about us now. And in today's, we have our Fun Friday. We have been doing this for 6 weeks in a row, and of course, it's another opportunity to listen to what the Arsenal fans are asking in the world of Arsenal and answer the questions with our panelists that are here with us. So we're expecting two more panelists to join us, but right now we have MC Benny. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening, all the way from Nigeria. It's your boy MC Benny, MC to the BERWNIE, number one Arsenal fan in the whole world. Trust me, we're here to discuss Arsenal.
Oh, okay, awesome, awesome. So what makes you the number one Arsenal fan in the world? I'd like to get a perspective on that.
So I consider myself the number one Arsenal fan is because I am very, very passionate about the Arsenal, and I want us to succeed. At the same time, I am not very I don't shy away from critically analyzing our mess ups and what we need to do and the things we do need to do better. But at the same time, the love for the Gunners is always there, and I believe that this year we might not win the league, but we'll win a trophy too. We'll win a trophy.
Okay, thank you so much for the intro. So let's just quickly get into it, and we'll just start, with the first question. So the first question here comes from an Arsenal fan, and this is quite interesting. He says, "If Arteta leaves tomorrow, who would you want as Arsenal's next manager?" So I put Luis Enrique in this picture here because obviously I've seen Enrique play so well in Barcelona, and of course, for the reason we did not win the Champions League last season, his tactics are somehow similar to ours. He had the same 4-3-3 setup where he has three guys at the base that work really hard. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and sometimes it can be Zaire Emery. Sometimes it can be what the third midfielder they've been playing with. Yeah, João Neves. And
Neves.
yes, Neves, and I love that setup very well. So if for any reason Ateta decides to, probably join Spain or live somewhere else, I think my manager of choice would be Enrique. What about you, Benny?
Okay, so let me ask: is it assuming every other manager in the market are available?
Yeah, obviously, when a manager leaves the club, any other manager will be available. Either you're free or you're in your current club, and you can decide to leave your current club if the
If you
offer
want
is
to
right.
leave, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, honestly speaking, um, when because it's not if Ateta has to leave if he doesn't win a trophy this season. When Ateta leaves the job, and I would have to handpick a manager right now. I would go for Hans Flick.
Hmm.
Yeah,
The
so the
Barcelona's coach.
Barcelona current coach, yes, because um, everything Ateta does right now, and Flick does it and does it better. Yes, aside the too many defensive play, the handbrake and the caution play, Hans Flick is a very tactical manager, and he knows how to use a squad. Yeah, I think we've enjoyed beautiful football for the past 3 years. Last year we also had some haram football that gave us a point, one or two. But for the trophy, especially the Premier League trophy. I'm not so particular about Champions League yet because because charity begins at home. We need to conquer the home before we see how we can go to conquer Europe. So if eventually Ateta leaves tomorrow or when he leaves at the end of the season, if he doesn't win anything, I think I'll go and beg Barcelona because of course they are currently having financial struggles, so they can just give us Hans Flick for 2 years and we'll give him back 2 years.
And of
Hans
course,
Flick.
for our folks in the chat, it's always good to see you, Las Bello. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. You can also ask your questions as you see the ones in the slides as well. So
Good
speaking of
evening,
Hans,
Lance.
thanks, bro. So speaking of Hans Flick, how have
Yeah.
you seen his time at Barcelona so far?
Success. Now, not success not because he has won trophies, but success because he came into a team where they had no stability. They were struggling everywhere. Every department, from the goalkeeping department to the defensive line to the midfield and to the striking, they've been struggling. And he came in, and I don't know what he tells them in the dressing room, Unlike our own Ateta that brings a light bulb and say, this is light, this is that. So it motivates them enough to go onto the field and conquer. Now, you see the games he played against Real Madrid last season. I think he
Mm-hmm.
played them 5 times and won them the whole 5 times. Yeah, 4 or 5
Wow.
times. To show you that he didn't just win Madrid, he conquered and destroyed their ego.
Yeah, even Ancelotti had to leave. Another
Ancelotti
way.
had to say, "Man, I think I'm fed up. This is it. Let me just go." So it means that this guy did not just come and want to play along with every other person. He came to bring to carve a niche in the Barcelona team for himself. The style of play, yes, sometimes they can get lucky with the whole brilliance from
Rafinha,
individual brilliance,
Yamal.
Rafinha, Yaman, and the Doski sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
when you notice that even when Lewandowski is not performing, all of a sudden, somewhere, one Ferran Torres will come and score the winning goal,
Oh,
or
yeah.
somebody will come and pressure the team from 10 against 11, 2-0 down. Barcelona will look for a way to win and stuffs like that. So that is the kind of mentality people like Martinelli, people like what's this our left back's name? This young boy, Martin
Lewis
Skelly.
Kelly. Miles Lewis
Matthew
Kelly.
Skelly, he needs it. You know, our young players, yes, they have the talent. Even now, Bukayo Saka, Saka needs a manager like that. He needs a manager that will give him that mentality to want to win. I think Saka plays football to enjoy football. But at some point in his career, I think he celebrated his 23rd birthday recently, yeah, or 24th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It,
23rd. Or
I think
thereabout.
I think he now needs to know that I have been playing football for the top level for the past 3 or 4 years. I think I need to win now. No saint in football. If you're going to play dirty to win, if you're going to do stuff that will make you, yes, let's get a trophy later, we'll talk about it in the media, because anything that happens on the field happens on the field. After the field is just gossip, it's just headline, newspapers, and media. But you need to show that you want to win.
You okay?
And I am
Mm-hmm. Go
I am even
ahead.
I am scared. I am scared that because I did economics in secondary school, I understand that there is this law of diminishing return. We have peaked too early. And I think we've peaked without a trophy. We are the best Arsenal team for the past decade without a trophy. And if we don't take our chances, especially this season, the team will only go on a decline.
Yeah, I agree. Because if you think about the fact that this guy really fought hard with Manchester City for those couple of seasons and didn't win the big one, but I still feel that they have what it takes to challenge. But speaking of Hansi Flick, when he was in Germany, he didn't have this much success during the World Cup. So, what can you say about the difference between his time at Germany and his time with Barcelona?
Quality of players. The quality of players, especially the individual brilliances from the team setup. If Lamine Yamal is off form, Rafinha is on form. If Rafinha is off form, one Pedri from nowhere is on form. If Pedri is off form, one Lewandowski of 35 years old will come on and notch the winning goal or notch the clinching 3 points clinching goal. So these are the things that we currently lack. Yes, because last season everybody was just shouting, "Odegaard is off form. Odegaard is off form." Me personally, at some point in the season, Saka was off form. It was so off that we didn't know how to criticize him because he has been carrying the team for the past 2 or 3 seasons. So when we
Mm-hmm.
have this level of quality of players and the right manager comes in, who use them judiciously. When you use them judiciously, you notice that okay, yes, everybody's bringing out the sticks. Everybody's bringing out the stick for Martinelli right now. But even if Martinelli is
Mm-hmm.
not on form, a player like Odegaard should pop up. A player like Saka should pop up and cover each other. That's what
Yeah, I
happens with the
agree.
current Barcelona team. So that's just it.
Okay, and we also have Tosin Okoyemi in the chat. Tosin, good to have you on the channel. Welcome for your debut on All About Arsenal. How's it going? I see that you're having fun where you are, right, bro?
Yeah, something like that. Good evening. Good evening,
Good evening,
Enigma. Good
man.
evening, everybody.
Good evening,
Yeah.
T Bubble.
I didn't know I was going to be, yes, boss. I didn't know I was going to be speaking, actually. I thought it was just to observe. So nice to be here. Anyway,
Oh my God. So right now we're just discussing about the first question that the Arsenal fans have asked, and I've gotten a very, very clear take from Benny, and I would like to hear from you as well. So the question he asked is, If Ateta leaves the club tomorrow, maybe he's sacked for not winning a trophy or something like that, who would you like to see as Arsenal's next manager?
Sincerely, it's actually not something I've thought of, but if the manager of what's it called? If the manager of PSG is definitely that will be gone in for. Another way of a rookie. You see, we gave Ateta a lot of room space or leg space because he was a former great. So I might just go against Fabregas so that the expectation gives him time to blend. But I expect that whoever manages after Ateta, as long as he understands the team's culture, is definitely going to bring the best out of the team. Because right now we have a solid team. I don't expect
Mhm.
us going down or going back, but ah, a tough one. I would want Fabregas. I love my old boys. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, then
Having
again, yeah, go ahead, Benny.
no, I was going to ask Tosin that. Tosin, are you sure you want us to win a trophy in the next 5 years?
No, I'm 100% sure that Arteta will win two trophies this season. I said 100% sure.
Hmm.
I'm very sure we'll win two trophies this season. I wish and
Oh,
pray that they are the big trophies, but I expect us to win trophies this season. And I know we will. We will win trophies this season. We have a very good team. The
So,
first
but
and second team is very formidable.
sorry to interject there. You're 100% sure. What metrics have you seen? What do you think would be a deciding factor to that? Is it a squad depth? Is it the quality of our top, our number nine? Is it our play? Is it our defensive? What makes you think that is a given this season that we win two trophies, not just one?
Okay, great question. So for me, I've seen the team evolve over time, and we've been very very good at defense, and our problem had always been attack. I
mm-hmm.
believe that because of Joe Perez, there will be even what's his name
Kai Havertz.
Merino,
Okay,
Calvert and
yeah.
Merino, they are going to step up. I am 100% sure of that. You're going to see the beast out of Kai, and as long as as long as as long as Goik is still very, very available and fit, we're going to score goals. And if they score goals with our defensive acumen, we will be unbeatable. And you see games that we have drawn in the past, we would have won. 2 seasons ago, we
Yeah.
had Goik, we would have won a trophy. Last season, we had Goik, we would have won Champions League. I'm sorry, I'm that optimistic, but the truth is, if we had a solid striker last season, or if Kai did not get injured, we will not have lost to PSG. I'm very, very confident of that. We lost to them because we did not take our chances.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
it
I
is.
know. Because,
So this season, yeah, this season, because of the backup, our you will be amazed,
yeah, we have good depth.
irrespective of who is coming out. Yeah, we have great depth, not good, great depth. Irrespective of who is coming out this season, we will do well. And I will end with this. I fear the Liverpool team, but I know they can concede goals.
Oh,
We
yeah, yeah.
respected them
Their
too
defense
much.
have
They
been
should.
very shaky,
Yes.
actually. So
I just
I
want
think
Kanute out.
yeah, I think that game against Liverpool, I thought I did not go into the game with the right mindset. Because if you look at the games they played prior to playing Arsenal, against Bournemouth, they considered 2 goals. Against Newcastle, they considered 2 goals. And they are clearly shaky in defense. Van Dijk is good, but Van Dijk is old and he can be exposed. But going into that game with the kind of setup that we used, we're more pragmatic. And when they decided to open up the game, we could see that it was evident that it was going to take a moment of quality to win the game. And a slot said that if they play that match 10 times, Arsenal will win once, Liverpool will win once, and they will draw 8 times. Because think about it, Benny, if that game ended 0-0, wouldn't it have been a fair result for both teams?
So that game against Liverpool was a game that Arsenal would have won. Arsenal played against the weakest Liverpool squad in 3 years. That was a game where if you had explored all your attacking prowess, we would win Liverpool. Liverpool's defense, the Konate Tosin is talking about is shaking.
Yeah.
Suppose like played
A
two.
right back. Yeah,
A
that
right
was
like
sad.
this
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
game
sad.
where if we had gone blazing in the first half, at least we would have scored 2 goals and probably Ateta's way of defend the second half and stuff like that. But Ateta being Ateta, you started the game with a handbrake, an off
Yeah.
form old Salah, an old Van Dijk, a makeshift right back, a midfield pairs that have not played together for long, and a
Yeah.
new striker in Ekekiti. Ekaite, I like calling him Ekaite. So these are the kind of things when you begin to question Ateta's managerial prowess. What is happening? If you don't go out or play, why do you set up your team to draw a match and probably hope to win? Why not
Yeah.
try to win the game and probably in the 80th minute and you see that things are not going as planned, you conserve and say, okay, let's see how this game will move on to the next one. That is my problem.
Yeah.
Ateta had no reason losing that game. If the game had ended as
Yeah,
goalless draw, it would have been an okay result for Liverpool because they will go back and say,
exactly.
oh, it's because we played Sabuzlai as two. He's not a defender. Konate is not on form. Van Dijk is getting old. Even Kakes, their number three, has not picked up the form we know him for at Bournemouth.
Yeah, yeah, but he was their best player that day because he
I'm just
actually
yeah.
did well against Man
Exactly.
United.
So yeah, he just did it in a way that Ateta gave them. He respected them too much. If it was a City team of 3 years ago, I would say yes, that is how we play City. Because City punishes us every time. Until Ateta came with the haram and started looking for ways to win them. But this is Liverpool. From history, every Arsenal Liverpool game has an average of 3 goals
Yeah, 2-2 most of the
from the
time.
days of Baptista, Henry, Karaga own goal,
Actually,
Gerard, Ashavin 4 goals. Name it. But why coming to for the neutrals? That game was a ball fest.
yeah, it was
Everybody just
boring
wanted.
actually.
Everybody wanted the game to end. And they'll move on with their life. So it's not fair. It's not fair.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. And it says, which Arsenal player has surprised you the most this season? So, Tosi, let's start with you. Which player has surprised you the most this season?
I mean, for me, the most will be our new right back. I'm sorry, not right back. Our new right center back, Mosquera,
Why?
taking, yeah, being thrown in a game like Liverpool. It's just 3 games played. So being thrown in a game like Liverpool, Saliba got injured, young man, straight from La Liga, please come, fill in that big gap that Saliba is leaving, play alongside one of the best, Gabriel, and being able to churn out that kind of performance, did not play under any duress, did not show any sign of weakness. In short, he replaced Saliba like we had Saliba. So for me,
Yeah,
I was amazed. There are other notable players that played well, but it was expected. I didn't expect Nani to click that easily, though he still has work to do. But we can see that sign of okay, it's going to come good. But Mascara actually surprised me. I was scared. And he told me, take your fears away. I'm here. And he actually played a very superb game. If not for that free kick, Liverpool will not have scored.
yeah, I agree
They
with
will
you.
not
So
have
the
scored.
0.03 XG free kick. So we have Kazim Maboyeji on the chat. Welcome, Kazim. Always good to have you around. He says that I think I'm supporting Tosin on this. Arsenal will win a minimum of 2 trophies. No excuse. So Tosin, you can see you have a couple
No
of.
excuses.
So okay, let me ask you this question, Bernard. Are you aligned with Kazim and Tosin that we're going to win 2 trophies? And what 2 trophies do you think they would be?
So if first of all, I don't agree we are going to win 2 trophies. I am only optimistic as an Arsenal fan that we can even win the treble. But the truth is, for the sake of the mentality of our players, even if it's a Carling Cup this season, I am very okay. Trust me, Carling Cup and the Champions League, probably semi-final, second place as usual, or
As
any other good
usual.
run. Yeah, I'm fine. But realistically, if you'd ask me by 4 a.m. in the morning, how many trophies do you think Arsenal would win this season? I will tell you one. And that one trophy is the FA Cup. But if I had
Hmm.
to handpick a trophy I would like to celebrate this season, it is the English Premier League title.
22 years, man. It's too damn long.
It's crazy, man.
It's too damn
So
long.
we are done comforting ourselves, saying, "Oh, Chelsea went 50 years, Liverpool went 19 years. This went no, no,
Yeah.
no." I think I'm done with that. If I want to unpick, I'm going to pick the EPL trophy. Outside the
Okay.
EPL trophy, every other thing is a fair trophy for us this season. Just for the mentality, it's not for them to have, oh, we celebrated something last year, let's go. One thing about winning the FA Cup is immediately you win the FA Cup, you have another chance to win the Community Shield the next season. And of course,
Yeah.
you can now
The cutting
build on that
razor.
your confidence. So that's just it.
Okay, so now to answer the question, Tosin said his own surprise player was Mosquera. So to you, Bernard, who has surprised you the most this season, the small sample size of games we have played so far?
Okay, so for my surprise Arsenal player so far is Zubri Mendy. I had always known he's a very quality player, but I had my fears because of his diminutive size and the
Mm-hmm.
physicality of the English Premier League. But so far, so good. Aside maybe a little bit of the Liverpool game, Zubi has got into the team and has dictated the play. He is
Mm.
making me, for the first time in a long time, not to miss Partey.
Thomas Partey, yeah.
The only way you're going to miss Partey is because you're not seeing a tall, dark man in the center of our field. But aside from that, Zubi does the tiki-taki and dictates the tempo of our play. So I'm going to be having another honorable mention,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Calafiori this season.
Yeah, that's my
Calafiori.
man.
So
Mm-hmm.
Calafiori, I don't know what he has told himself. I think he will feel like, man, I'm not getting injured this season. I'm not letting the 19-year-old or an 18-year-old bench me this season. He has been on top of his game. But for my most surprised player this season, Zubri Mendy.
Yeah, so Calafiori said something a couple of days back in an interview while I was in Italy. He said, last season wasn't easy for me, but when I came back this summer, I came with a fire inside me. I couldn't wait to start the league again. Playing in the Premier League has been a dream for so many players, and I want to enjoy it consistently. The fans only saw a little of what I can do, and I want to show much more this year. I want the fans to see my personality on the pitch, how much I care, how much I fight, so that when people look back, I want them to say positive things about me as a guy who gave everything. Calafiori this season has been a revelation,
Fire, like a new signing.
like a new signing. Like I actually expected him to must be scared to play at Old Trafford. Bearing in mind that he was like our main left back last season.
Yeah, last season,
Well, yeah,
exactly.
we're going to let Tierney go. Zinchenko was nowhere close to the squad. Then Calafiori said, and I'm like, okay, he scored a goal. That's fine. Against Leeds, he had 2 assists. Then got nominated for the Player of the Month. But what tripped me the most about Calafiori was when Arsenal played Liverpool. Mo Salah was in his pocket. Like I've not seen Salah that silent
In a
in
very
a
long time.
very, very long time. And I was really, really shocked by that. But I just hope he can stay fit because obviously injuries have always been a major challenge for him and it's something that we have to be mindful about.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay, so let's go to the next question and I'll start with you here, Tosin. If you could ask Ateta one question directly, what would it be?
It's going to be what air gel does he use?
Like,
Okay, so maybe a footballing question.
yeah.
A footballing question. Would you prefer a 1 point every time he meets a tough team, or just go all out and try for the 3 points? If you get a zero, if you get a three, the chance of getting the three, would you prefer the 1 point to it? Because I've seen something about his game. He will profile a game and he'll say it's better we just remain in the game. It's better we get to 0 point. And he's been doing this almost forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could remember some of my fellow Arsenal fans, I was comfortable with it because just don't lose. But win 1-0. Some of my fellow Arsenal fans then used to talk to me like, dude, you are the one that will never make us be good. This 1-0 mentality, come on, release the handbrake. But now I feel he can just release the handbrake a little. I actually do. So if I meet him, I would ask him now and say, dude, or manager, or gaffer, do you prefer to give the 3 points a chance, a try, go at it, go for it, irrespective of the game, or just settle for a one from the beginning of the game? That would be my question to
Well,
you.
that's a good question, but then again, you have to understand that the quality of the Premier League is something that you have to get into, put into your mind. You can't go to Manchester City's home or Chelsea's home or Liverpool's home and just want to aim for the win because they have the same quality as good as yours. But before you respond to that, Bernard, Kasim was talking about who surprised him the most, and he was like, "No player has surprised me yet, but I'll pick Calafiori. He's played like a horse, both attacking and defending, doing it very well." And I agree, Calafiori has been a standout player for all this season. So, Bernard, do you want to answer this question? If you have the opportunity to ask Ateta, what would be the question you would ask him?
So if I meet Ateta right now, my question to Ateta is, why is our play lopsided? Just that. Why, if the let me tell you our pattern off the top of my head. Raya gives the ball to Saliba. Saliba plays to, before, Thomas Partey. Now Zubrimendi. Zubrimendi gives it to probably Duran Timber. Timber gives it back to Zubi. Zubi gives it back to Odegaard. Odegaard gives it back to who? Say it.
Saka, Saka. Okay,
Now,
so
after giving to Saka, Saka tries his best, tries to take on, tries to cut back, tries to shoot. The same thing. Now, when the ball mistakenly finds its way to Martinelli, you know how our Martinelli is with his infinite wisdom. You try to do a magic that would not work, and we'll start shouting, Martinelli, 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 do this, Martinelli. So, Ateta, you have a number 9 now. Please don't make our attack lopsided. We need true passes to our number 9. We need to play from both wings.
We do.
We need
yeah.
it. Very important. I will just ask him that question. Why is our attack lopsided?
So I think the key thing here is that if you look at what we have done this summer, we have been able to get some unpredictability and change the style of play. On the left, you can decide to play Madueke as a winger who will get a lot of balls to cross. If you have someone like Eze cutting in, someone like Nkapie or even Calafiori can play on the left to create that width that Martinelli didn't used to have with mistakenly. So truly, our game has always been one-dimensional, but I think that is going to change this season. And I've already seen it. Madueke started ahead of Martinelli on the left against Leeds, and we won 5-0. Today, because of the crazy
Yes.
injury issues that we had, that we had to now basically see the way we were doing, and obviously you could see how it panned out. So that's a very good question, and I think both of you are very correct. But what's important to see is that Ekpa is someone that can actually do well this season, and I just hope that comes to play.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay, so let's
Then I have a concern.
go
Eh?
ahead, sir.
Would you have preferred we have 10 in now that is looking like Eze will play more on the left?
Well, yeah, I would have preferred to have a Tierney, but I'm very happy we have a Piero Hincapie. If you watch how Hincapie plays, he bombs on the right, like he's very fast. So he can play as the left center back and he can play
Faster.
as the left back. And of course, he's always available. He played 166 games for Bayer Leverkusen in just 6 seasons, which means that he's
They are,
never
they
injured.
are,
That's a
they are
lot.
always very available until they join the Arsenal.
The Arsenal. That's another
Yeah, I
point.
agree because even Christian Nogard played 196 games in 7 seasons with Brentford, and he has not played for Arsenal because they have been injured. So I don't know. Maybe it's our training, maybe it's our attack. I don't know, man. But I think having someone like Nkapie,
Something's wrong.
maybe something's probably wrong. But I'm sure that
Ateta is training them like soldiers. Soldiers.
no, I agree.
Probably.
But having someone like Eze cannot really work with him. With Skelly. I think we'll be too lopsided. We'll be too, our dynamics will change.
Yeah,
But if you have like a Hikapi that bumping on that
we
right
change.
to
Yeah.
allow him to operate more centrally, which we really need to do. So the next question here says,
That's grand.
okay, Bernard, you answered this before Tosin. Is Saliba already world class, or does he still need more time?
So, to be very honest, Saliba needs he doesn't need more time, he needs a trophy. You cannot be world class and not had your hands on any silverware for the past 5 years. It's just like calling Gueye of Crystal Palace world class up until he won. I think he won the
FA
Premier
Cup.
FA Cup last season. Saliba is a very, very good defender. But my problem with Saliba is I don't know if we have seen the Saliba in the France setup.
Yeah,
When it doesn't have a Gabriel Magalhaes beside him, he struggles. Gabriel does not get the spotlight, but I think they complement each other to a very good point that Saliba enjoys more of the PR. Saliba is
yeah,
calm. Saliba is calm. He knows how to downs the tempo of an attack and distribute the ball. Gabriel is more agile and aggressive. So that is why,
yeah,
immediately Saliba does a very risky turn from a striker. We applaud him. But if that turn ends up on that striker's leg and they score us, they will be like, where is Gabriel? Why didn't Gabriel cover for Saliba? You understand? So Saliba is a
yeah. I
very
get
good
you.
player. He's a very, very good player, no doubt. But he needs a trophy to be in that level of the Van Dijks, the Ferdinands, the Carvalho, the John Terrys, and all. But for now, he's a very, very good defender. But he's not world class yet.
Okay, so before Tosin speaks, let me counter you. How many defenders can you
Ah,
call in world football right now that are better than Saliba?
Okay, so is he in the EPL or
No,
everywhere?
world football, world
not
football.
football.
So that is one good thing about PR, yeah. So PR has made it feel like, oh, Saliba, 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 Saliba. Now, currently in Van Dijk's 34 or 35th year or 33rd year, he's still better than Saliba.
Okay.
When you get to
Well,
Real Madrid, if this is going to be a very controversial take, but I'll say it. This defender that Real Madrid signed from Bournemouth, Hoyt
Hodgson.
Hoytson. Have you seen him play in
Ah,
the white shirt? No, I'm coming. I say it's a very controversial take. I'm an
okay.
Arsenal fan. I will pick Saliba every day. But
Mm-hmm.
if that very young man of 19, 20 years plays for Real Madrid for another 2 seasons, you are going to put him in pair with Saliba. I hope you know that. He plays, he defends, he attacks, and he passes. Have you seen his wide range of passes?
Yeah. You know how to progress play very well. Yes,
Very
I agree with you.
progressive play. Then uh, Upamecano currently,
Um,
yes, he might have been off a little bit of form.
yeah, he has been actually because he doesn't even start much for France, where Saliba currently is. So
Okay,
I
no,
think
I
I'll
think
disagree with you on that.
so. I think the current pairing is him and Saliba now, right? Because
Yeah,
Saliba
but
is even
some, yeah,
Saliba
but
is even
sometimes,
shifted. Saliba is
yeah,
not being played in his favorite right center back. Saliba is being played left because of Upamecano. I hope you know that.
yeah. But most times, Konate also takes his place as
Yeah,
well.
Konate is the third choice because of Saliba's injury. That's why Konate is playing currently. Yeah, so this is there are not so many players better than him. But for him to cement that world class status, he needs to shake a trophy. And that trophy will no longer be the Carling Cup or the FA Cup. It has to be the Premier League trophy or a
Or
Champions
Champions
League trophy.
League.
Exactly. So that's
Okay.
just, he's a very good player, very, very good, calm on the ball.
Okay, so Tosin, can I get your take on this?
My take. I've been yearning to give my take. So for me, Saliba is a world class player,
Mm-hmm.
irrespective of the trophies he has won. Trophy are actually team glories, but individually, as a player, Saliba is up there, like way, way, way up there. And I will tell you why I'm disagreeing a little with that. Um, Harry Kane, before he went to
Bayern.
Bayern, did not win trophies. He didn't
Yeah,
win
but it was
trophies.
world class.
But
Yes.
we can't say he's not a world class. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Harry Kane was a world class even without a trophy. So also Saliba currently is a world class player.
Yeah.
His partnership with Gabriel is the best in
So
the
can I
world.
quickly say something? Not to
Secondly,
interject you,
yeah,
for the
yes. No, please
the
carry on.
metrics for a striker, why Kane was considered world class despite not having a team trophies because he was packing individual trophy for strikers. He's the highest goal scorer or the highest goal scorer in Europe or highest goal scorer.
We will get
Yeah,
there.
but
So
Saliba,
also Saliba,
yes,
Saliba was
tackles,
also
blocks,
packing.
interceptions, progressive
No, not
passes.
not even that. Not even that. For 2 years before Arsenal came to their senses, he was the best player in the French league. I mean, best defender in the French league.
Mm-hmm.
He also has individual glory. Trophy
Yes, now.
has a way
So
of doing
Saliba and
PR for you.
Saliba and Marquinhos, who would you take, Tosin? Marquinhos of PSG and Saliba, who would you take?
I will pick Saliba every day of my life.
Saliba
Currently,
and
oh,
Rudiger, Saliba and Rudiger currently, who would you take?
Saliba. Rudiger, they are trying to chase him out of Real Madrid. They are trying
Rudiger
to
has,
chase him out.
Rudiger has peaked already, so
Yeah, exactly.
he has
So,
peaked for a
so
very long time.
that's why I deliberately said currently. Currently,
Yeah.
I repeat Saliba. So, see,
Okay.
there are few defenders in the world that will tell you that they are better than Saliba currently. They are not occupied.
I agree
So
with you.
you have to give it to him. Though, yes, he means that same glory. He means a trophy. You understand? But you can't write him off when it comes to defense.
Yeah, and I support that because trust me, when it comes to the only defender I can confidently say is better than Saliba right now is Van Dijk because of the fact that he has been doing this consistently for so many years, from Celtic to
Exactly.
Southampton to Liverpool, right?
Gabriel is currently better than Saliba.
Gabriel ahead.
And
Gabriel is
Gabriel,
Oh
currently
yes.
better
Gabriel,
than
Was
Saliba.
Uche here when I
and
said it?
Gabriel, yeah.
Was
No,
Uche
no,
here
no,
when I
yeah, yeah, yeah. He just joined. Welcome, Mr. Uche. Good to have you on the channel as well as always. So my thought process is this. Obviously, Saliba plays alongside Gabriel, and it's like the whole Ferdinand Vidic or Koscielny Mertesacker kind of partnership. You're correct, Bernard. He gets like the spotlight and stuff, and Gabriel is very important to the team. But I just feel that he's one of the best. He's currently world class. I don't think he needs a trophy to be considered world class because in the end, it's an individual thing, you know. And even Daniel Nani says foolish Bernard panelist. This is your guy. He's just attacking you even in the
a
chat.
very very useless person. I know him. Get me that. Get.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. Uche, welcome. And I think we should just start with you on this. Would you prefer Arsenal to win the Premier League or the Champions League this season?
I'll go for the Champions League.
Why?
It's the one that we don't have.
Okay, just that, not no other reason.
I feel winning the Champions League has more importance to Arsenal than the Premier League.
Interesting. Tose, what do you think?
I align with Uche. I want the Champions League badly. See, enough of this. Okay, we have three premierships. Some people will say, okay, they have two, they have 11. Then when we talk, we have the ISFA, and some people will say, okay, we give that to you. But when you want to talk, small clubs will now open their mouth and say, do you have
Yeah, I mean
Champions
that
League? Show us
it's so
anything.
embarrassing. I mean, it's so
Hey,
embarrassing,
it's
and
so
it's
embarrassing.
so bad.
I will take.
It's so bad that even Daniel is throwing us in the chat. He said, "Not the only Champions League, na charity cup." So even the haters,
I said I will.
so Bernard, what do you think?
Okay, should I tell you the truth? In
Mm-hmm.
as much as the holy grail for club football is Champions League, this current Arsenal team, my takes are always very controversial. This
Mm-hmm.
current Arsenal team needs to win the Premier League. The Champions League is very important, of course, because of the whole no European trophy. You've not won. You don't win Champions League. Have you won this? Have you won that? No. But what this team needs, I don't know if you remember when I mentioned in the earlier conversations we had. We would love to have the Champions League, but if we say which one, if they say you can win the Champions League next season, which one can you win? Which one should you win now? I will say let us win the Premier League now, then win the Champions League next season. Because
Yeah.
there is this thing with the Champions League, with the Premier League, it propels you. Remember when Liverpool won the Premier League? You see their performance in the Champions League the next season. So that is
Mm-hmm.
how it's going to push you. But Holy Grail is always Champions League. But if you ask me what this current squad needs, is to win the Premier League and raise our shoulders to go to Europe.
I agree. Trust me, what I would prefer right now is the Premier League. because we have not won this for over 22 years, and the wait has been too long, too damn long. It's something that I think we should, aim for. And in all honesty, winning the Premier League to me is more prestigious in the sense that you play 38 games to earn the right to win it. Champions League, you can just have a good run of 7 or 8 games and you'll be there. See what happened. Tottenham, they almost went to the Champions League. They almost won it against Liverpool. Now, who did they play? Ajax, maybe Man City, one or two
As
teams.
in, imagine.
You can get a very nice draw and you just go all the way and all that kind of stuff. So I think my own preference would be the Champions League. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Which Arsenal signing in the last 5 years has been the best value for money? So, Uche, do you want to answer this?
Value for money.
In the last 5 years.
Again, when did Arsenal sign Gabriel?
2020.
You have to give Gabriel a shout. When did we sign Saliba? 2019.
2019. But obviously, you went on loan for 3 seasons before
Yeah.
using.
So I don't know if 2019 falls into the category. If it does, you're going to talk about Gabriel, you're going to talk about Saliba. See, for all the madness of Edu and Vinay and Co, they had some very good players. Odegaard for 30 million, Gabriel for 22 million, or one for not up to 20. No, Gabriel was about 25 million.
Or thereabout, yes.
Saliba for 27 million. Those were insane deals at the time, right? That's why when they went into the second phase, I was surprised they started signing people like Havertz for 65 million and all the other signings they were doing. But it's something of the past. But if you ask me, Gabriel has to be there. If you want to sell Gabriel now, you're looking about Gabriel is what
100
about
million, 100 million, man. Straight up.
clear. Then you have to talk about Martinelli because it was about 3 million or something.
Yeah.
One bed. So you're going to sell him for about 55 million now. So if you talk about value, that's it. But if we talk about in terms of contributions to the club, the biggest contributor, I think, Saka, but we didn't sign him. Then again, you have Saliba and Gabriel again. So I think the same all round. But Gabriel and Saliba, my highest picks.
Okay, what about you, Bernard?
So I think Uche confused me a little because I understood that what you asked, value for money, means who did we sign that the money was worth it, not
Yes,
not the
yes.
market value. So
Oh.
while I would answer this question, let me also talk about Uche's yes. So you're talking of resale value. That's what you're talking about. So for which Arsenal player signed in the last 5 years has been the best value for money? I don't know if our signing of Aubameyang is over 5 years now. I don't know.
No, that was 2015. That's over 5 years.
That's 2016.
Yeah,
Okay,
over 5 years.
2016. So
Yeah.
people
That's
like
9 years.
people like Declan Rice, people like David Raya, people like who else have we signed that give us good value for our money? So whether we like it or not, Harvard has really given his all. He has tried because even when we had no striker, he was there for us. So Gabriel, of course, honorable mention. Gabriel Raya, Rice, and a little bit of Kai Havertz. Yes, because
Yeah, yeah.
that guy walked. That guy ran his socks off for us. There was a season where he was playing every minute of every game. Immediately, you get the final whistle. He falls to the ground to try to catch his breath.
Yeah,
So
It's not just running the socks. I think over the past 2 years, he has the highest
best goal
number of
ratio, best goal
goals
ratio
as
for us.
well. Yeah.
yes, and assists. So the thing about Havertz is this: it's not that he's a bad player, right? He's just a coffee. In modern football, you struggle to use Kai Havertz. I think that's the easiest way to do it. He's suffering from what maybe Ozil suffered from later in his career. But that's why I'm telling people that Havertz is lucky he has a coach like Mikel, who is very tactically sound, who can play to his strength in the way he does. Because if you flip Hazard in a basic 4-3-3, he looks very useless and clueless. So you
Yeah.
have to play him between the striker and the attacking midfielder. And that's very confusing for many coaches to manage. I think that's what he suffered from at Chelsea, not knowing how or where to use him. So in that regard, the guy is actually doing well. I tell people, look at his not forget the agenda, look at his numbers. The ratio is up there with the best we have in Arsenal, and that's Bukayo Saka. So
Yeah.
what are we saying? If
I
that
agree.
just that he's not pretty on the eye, that's the problem. He's not beautiful
Yeah.
to watch. That's the problem. That's all.
Okay. Tosin, welcome back. I think you're going to little challenges. So the question being asked right now is, in the last 5 years, which Arsenal signing has been the best value for money?
Can he hear you? I'm not sure he can hear you.
Tosin, can you hear me? Okay, I think he's still having his network challenges. Maybe when he speaks, we'll be able to hear him. Okay, so let's go to the next question. What is your boldest prediction for
The
this season?
treble. We are winning the treble, the quadruple. Give me all.
So my own boldest prediction would be that Declan Rice is going to win the player of the season in the Premier League. I
Okay,
think
okay.
he has grown in stature in the club, and that influence is getting as high as possible. So what
So
about you, Bernard? Go ahead. Okay, for Bernard respond. Go ahead, Uche.
I think it depends on what happens at the end of the season. If we win the league and Bukayo Saka is fit for the season, I struggle to see anybody who is going to be favorite for player of the season. But then again, Declan Rice has clouds. He has enough clouds. But I know that if Saka is fit, there are few players in that squad that will deliver as much as him. If we win
Yeah.
the league and Saka is fit, just as a prediction to that angle you're making, I'm tipping Bukayo Saka to be player of the year. And
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I think I think he has earned it. And I think he needs it so that some of the waffles I hear will die down. It's
Yeah.
important. Saka is head and shoulders above some of these players, but they keep calling them in the same convention because somebody won a glorified friendly in Saudi Arabia and another person has won the treble with Man City. So I need the noise to die down. My prediction for us this season, I'm saying it and I'm saying it again. We're going to win 2 trophies at the very least. At the very
Yeah.
least, it's going to
Yeah.
be
So,
2.
so before Bernard speaks, Daniel is still throwing in the chat. He says Tosin is still using Glow. That he's in 2011 right now. We are struggling with the network going and coming out. So, Bernard, what's your own boldest prediction for this campaign?
I don't know why. I don't know why Uche is speaking plenty. They say boldest prediction. You are doing positive prediction. My boldest prediction is that Arteta will not finish the season.
Ah,
Ooh.
That is
Ooh.
a very bold prediction.
Oh, wow, wow,
Arteta
wow.
will not finish this season.
Omo. See, Bernard, do you know the scenario that will make the crankers pull the gun on Arteta mid-season? Do you want
When
to
we
imagine the
let me tell you what will
just
happen, Uche. Uche, see what will
okay?
happen.
I know it's you.
January will lose out on the FA Cup first round, third round.
Oh God.
Then
Okay.
Carling Cup, a Newcastle, a Tottenham, or an Everton will knock us out of the Carling Cup. By February, we'll be contesting for only the Premier League,
Premier League.
and
Oh, wow.
we'll be crawling from fourth to fifth. From fourth, they will pull the plug.
Oh,
Okay, hold on, Bernard. Do you know that this is not bold, right? I think this is like a script. You're writing a script. There's only
It's a
there's only
it's a bold script.
it's a very bold script, my bro. There's only one way I see this possible, and that's if Arsenal has like 11 injuries. See, I tell you that I'm very sorry for Mikel because you know why? What Kroenke and Beta has done is to go and say you have no more excuse. But then again, I was telling Blade one time, I'm looking across the market. If you say let us sack Mikel, who are you going to bring in?
Enrique now can flick.
No,
Hello?
no,
Enrique.
wait. Before Ateta came,
Uh,
who was Ateta?
I thought that was a ball boy.
Was a second in command to
A
Pep
ball
Guardiola,
boy. A glorified
non-tested,
a ball boy.
electronics in Alaba, non-tested. He came in and inherited a team of Unai Emery and won
Yeah.
just FA Cup and Community Shield. We were hoping, very happy
And
that
suddenly he cannot win again.
trophies are coming. Now he sold every player from Enrique's team. He can no longer win any trophy anymore.
Trust the process, man. Trust the
I have
process.
been trusting the process for 5 years. 5 years I've been trusting the
See,
process.
Bernard, I want to tell you something, right? In this our Arsenal group, if you go back to 2021, 2022, there was a day I said, at what point do we begin to say that Mikel must win a trophy? I made this statement in 2021, 2022, because I kept hearing things like, we are out of the Carling Cup. We are out of the FA Cup. We can now focus on the league. I kept telling people, these things people are saying are very dangerous. Winning is a mentality, it's a culture. You have to start somewhere. See, I promise you, if Arsenal had nicked a couple of Carling Cups or FA Cups in the last 5 years before last season, we would have won the Premier League in one of those years.
Yeah, I
Why?
agree.
Because the mentality
I
is different.
agree. I agree.
The mentality is now we can do it. It's no more we may not be able. It's now we can do it. So at this point this season, that's why I say my bold prediction is that we are winning at least 2 trophies. And I don't mean Carling Cup or FA Cup. I mean one of Premier League and Champions League, and then one of the two small ones.
Uche, if I see Carling Cup or FA Cup, this is I will manage. I will
I
collect it
agree.
and I will collect it and sack Ateta.
But wait. Sorry. I'm sorry, Enigma. Benny, you really don't believe say Mikel go win trophy this season?
Now, see
Like,
my kind, see my
waiting they fear you. Tell me waiting they fear you. I want to know.
exactly now. See, as a rookie, thank God Enigma they play football manager. As a
Yeah.
football manager game player, yeah.
Mhm.
If I carry this set of Arsenal players, I will win a trophy. But you see, Ateta the
Surely,
problem. Ateta,
I promise you.
Ateta will now come and start. Okay, let me try this. Let me try that. Let me start these people against. This is an FA Cup. I'm not going to play Goikres. I'm not going to play this. You will start making decisions as like is a Ferguson that just won a treble or a Guardiola that just won 4 trophies on the trot. My problem with Ateta is remember the season. Remember the season where we played Partey 2 and lost to Fulham. Played
Yeah.
Partey 2 and drew 2-2 to West Ham. Those
Yeah.
6 points were the reasons we did not win the league.
3 draws in 3 games. You're right. One
Like,
win, 3 draws in
like,
5 games.
like I need a manager that is ruthless. See, as washed up as Jose Mourinho is right now,
Mhm.
if he handles this Arsenal team in 2 seasons, Mourinho must win a trophy.
No, not
And
trophy. If you give Mourinho this Arsenal team, in 2 years he will win the league.
that is what I'm saying. But Ateta makes
If he
decisions
does not
like
win the league, he will destroy England. One of the two of them must happen.
sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if Ateta enjoys what he does, or he does it at the federal government job. If you
See,
enjoy football, if
Benny,
you enjoy football,
let me tell you Mikel's problem, right? Mikel is stuck in a place where he needs an extra 5 to 10% to go over the line. But because he has run about 60% of the race, maybe at this point his confusion is how do I ensure that if I get this 10%, it's sustainable for 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
let me tell you another prediction for this season. There will be games where Noni Madueke, maybe in the last Saturday, Noni Madueke will score 2 goals. The next Saturday, a normal and neutral fan would expect that Noni should start that game. Ateta will start Martinelli. There will be games where, Saka was up form. Somebody came in, made 3 assists, score goals, do this. Okay, yes, give this person the confidence. You know how frustrating for Trossard last season that Trossard will come into a game, make an impact, score a winning goal, especially during difficult matches. The next game, he's still on the bench. How else do you build the confidence of a player? Gone are the days when they will tell you Kanu is a substitution, Kanu na sub, Kanu is a sub player, Kanu can only do better from the bench. But that is done. If I come in at the 60 minutes of your game from a losing position, I equalize or make an assist and will score the winning goal. Automatically in today's football, you should have earned at least 70% of your starting point for the next game, even if you are going to play nonsense in that first half.
Yeah, but I
That
think
is a way. That is a way to build confidence. But
yeah,
Ateta,
but
his
yeah,
managerial, his man management skill is zero.
did you know where he learned that from? Pep Guardiola. Mahrez will score a hat trick and go to the bench next week.
He learns all the wrong things, all the winning back-to-back league titles from Gola. He did
I
not. He
don't
did
like
not
that
learn it.
one.
He don't learn that one. Now nonsense.
Okay, so let's go to the next question, guys. And this one, I was having you, Uche. Which
Yeah.
rival player would you love to see in an Arsenal shirt?
There's only one player that if we had signed this season, I would have gone all out to say that there's nothing stopping us from conquering Europe and even the league per se.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it the guy on the picture?
No, not him. We already had Gyökeres. I'm fine with that. I'm talking about a Juan Neves, type of midfielder. See, I
Oh,
feel
okay. Wait. Even with Bayern's Mendy,
no, Zubimendi is fantastic. Zubimendi is brilliant. Zubimendi is Rodri. Think about it that way. Juan Neves is Kante.
but the question now is, if you are getting Juan Neves, who would you have displaced? Rice,
That
Odegaard.
I mean we have Norgard and Merino in the same midfield. Do I really care? I don't
Okay.
care. But see, when people say you already have this big player, why do you want a big one? I'm like, we grew up watching Arsenal. Come on, Thierry Henry, Tammy Nwankwo,
Okay.
Sylvian Viltord, Jose Antonio Reyes.
I get your mindset. Okay.
These were four big players, and they were all playing, right? If you look back at the point, we had Bentner, Van Persie, Walcott, Eduardo Adebayor.
Yeah, true.
What are we saying? In the midfield, we had Sami Nasri, we had Hleb, we had Rosiski, we had Fabregas. Come on. Let's not pretend like we don't. Yeah, they were there. And I believe the more quality you stack in your squad, the better players deliver.
Yeah, true. Because of the competition and stuff like
Because
that.
of this competition. So, but it's I won't be mad about the squad. But if you ask me for one player, our attack is fantastic. Defense is the best in Europe, arguably. It will be that Juan Neves. That will be the player to make the differences in the knockouts, in the 35th game of the season, where the legs are dead. Like, I mean, look at Wataru Endo. Did you watch Arsenal Liverpool?
Yeah.
I tell people that what Wataru Endo did in that game was very, very, very brilliant. From when he came to when he left.
Even if it was 2 minutes.
I said that his tackle for me should have been a red card, actually.
Fair enough.
He kept pulling him until come on, that was more than a yellow card. But I'm saying that's what Neves does to you. What Arsenal versus PSG, Neves destabilized us.
Yeah, but then again, the PSG game, we were just based on XG. Merino scored a goal that was cancelled. You think of the fact that Martinelli had the chance that was missed. Forget about Partey's error. I'm saying in the game at the Emirates, we had more than enough in the time to beat PSG, even with the likes of
in the first 10 minutes, Declan Rice was guilty of missing 2 gilt-edged chances.
Yeah,
in the first 10 minutes.
Odegaard had that shot that was safe too. Well,
in the first 10 minutes. So I tell people that for that PSG loss, I don't blame Mikel. I will say it again. In fact, in the first leg, after PSG's first goal, we nullified them and we should have equalized.
Yeah, true.
Martinelli was guilty. Trossard was guilty.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so Bernard, what about you? If you need to have one player, who will it be?
Bernard will say Isaac.
If I need to have one player
from the rival team, yes.
Right now, from the rival team, Erling Haaland. See,
I will not argue with you.
I will not argue
with you.
I would not. Now, Why? Let me explain why.
I will not argue with you.
I am not picking Haaland for his footballing abilities.
Mm.
I just want him to bully people.
And that guy, he's sensational.
Like if he's there, he bullies you, make way for others. He would intimidate you till he scores you. You
Yeah.
see, we have done a lot of beautiful football, tiki taka, 550 passes before a goal, blah blah blah. But you see, Alan, just put him there. Even if Odegaard refuses to pass the ball to him, leave him there. A
Like,
ball
okay,
will fall to him.
yeah, so there's something that I read that Haaland is the fastest player to score a certain
50
amount
goals.
of goals in 100 games. You know how many goals he
Yes,
scored in the first 100 games of Man City? 88.
over 80 goals. Yes, 80 something goals. Yes,
Like no one comes close.
Haaland already has 300 goals plus.
at his age.
He's just
Man,
24, man.
that guy is a monster. No need to talk about Haaland. I
The
beg.
only
That guy
problem
is
is
a
that
monster.
Mikel will struggle to use Haaland because he will want him to be pressing inside the midfield
Yeah, to build up play and whatnot.
and all that
Okay,
shit.
yeah. So the next question here says, are Arsenal genuine Champions League contenders this season? Bernard,
No,
why?
the mentality is not there yet. Last season was our best option, was our best year to win the Champions League. But you know what we lacked? Mentality. In the second leg, PSG was not so much better than Arsenal. Like just
Not
like
at
what you
all.
said, the headers. I think it was two headers from Rice that
Two
enemy.
headers in the first 10 minutes. First 10 minutes.
If those headers had gone in, we would have won. But even when those headers did not go in, we would have raised our head up. We dropped our head. We felt like, oh God, we've missed the
We
chances to
don't mess up.
we don't mess up. We don't fit score again. Uche, you play straight football now. If you don't
Normal.
lose that kind of goal, people like say, you know, fit
Mura go
score again,
low.
or I don't low. But if we had that mentality, if we're coming from a year we just finished winning the Premier League, or a year where we just did a double, Premier League and FA Cup, we would not have that mentality. See Real
Hmm.
Madrid. Real Madrid on footballing terms most times are not so superb.
Yes, but they get results.
89 minutes against Man City, Cavalla will still cross the ball into the box for
For
a
the Rodrigo.
5'8" or 9" Rodrigo to
So I
jump
like
and
that.
try to score.
So I like that
Man,
line.
So it's
man, I
just the
agree. I
mentality.
agree.
We are not ready.
No,
Me,
but
I will enjoy it to the semi-final. For semi-final, I will praise the team.
no,
Wonderful.
but if you're speaking of mentality, what do you say about Achebi that scored that very late goal against Barcelona for Inter, only for them to go to the final and embarrass themselves like that against PSG? So,
Now,
what happened?
at that point, that was not mentality. The final, whether we like it or not, that Inter Milan final was a bad day at the office. Even if Inter Milan's opponent on that day kicked a stone, it will enter the post. It will enter inside Inter Milan's goal. For the
Hmm.
first time in that season, Ashraf Hakimi became normal.
Yeah,
For
okay,
the
I
first time in that
understand.
season, some people were just off. Like I was watching the final, I was wondering, I was like, is this Inter Milan? Yes, even if you're going to lose a final, this is not
Not
how to
that
win
way.
a final, not that way. So it
And
was
the
just an
worst part is that 5 goals was the good result. The number of chances that were missed in that final could have had 10 goals.
Yeah, sure,
should I tell you one
sure.
funny thing? Yeah. That day, if they had repeated that final 10 times, they would have still lost that final. But if that final would have been played in another day, another thing would have happened. You know, there are
Yeah,
times when things will just happen. You know that today is not my day.
yeah.
There
A
is
bad
no
day at the office.
I would have preferred Barcelona to play PSG. Sure, that would have been a better final. In all honesty,
now
Inter,
see what happened
Inter,
with Enigma. See what happened with PSG and Chelsea World Club Cup final.
yeah.
You would have placed your salary for 10 years on PSG winning or drawing
Winning,
that game.
yeah. Yeah, they
Not
are
even
going Real Madrid now and Bayern Munich prior to that now.
so
So they're in good
all
form.
of a sudden, Vitinha was absent. All of a sudden, Kvaratskhelia was not playing well. All of a sudden, Usman Dembele doesn't know his right from left again. All of a sudden, from losing form during the end of last season, Cole Palmer became prime Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
So
And he now went back to being a fraud in FPL again this season.
normal. So that is what happens. That once you have, there are games where you know that this is a bad day at the office. You don't fight it. You just let destiny happen. If
He
you
just
fight it,
accept.
it become worse. If you fight it, it might get to 10-0.
Oh, okay, thank you so much, Bernard. So, Uche, what about you? Are we genuine Champions League contenders this season?
Yes, yes, we are genuine contenders. Why do I say so? Last season, despite the number of injuries we had, it obviously shows you that the Premier League may be a tougher competition to win than the Champions League. Mikel was
Mm-hmm.
able to flex his tactical news in the Champions League to very devastating effects. But I think it was surviving the 3 to 4 days Premier League schedule that did us in the league. And I think a lot of weak parts in the team have been taken out. The team is stronger. That's what you need for the Champions League. A deep bench. You're
Yeah,
coming
that
off
depth.
you're coming off league matches 3 or 4 days before. So you must rotate and rotate with enough quality. And the good thing about the squad we have assembled is that we have enough aggression, grit. What I need to see is attacking maneuvers taking place all over the pitch. I like that he's rigid at the back, but at the front, he has to make it flexible. If we do that, if we get that, and in fact, we have a very high scoring ratio in the Champions League. Go and
Mm-hmm.
look at the numbers. We score well in the Champions League, and we concede a little too. So
Yeah, but
why not?
I agree, but I can
Top
never
five
get over.
favorites, we are there.
I can never get over the bench we had against PSG in the first leg. It's a
I,
Mane,
I,
Neto,
it was just the way
Edford,
the game started.
Tierney, Henry Francis, Ismail Kabia, Raheem Sterling, Butler Oyedeji. Like that was just terrible. Injuries really messed us up last season, but I'm very happy with the level
It
of
dealt
depth
with
that we
us.
have now. Okay, so let's go to the next question, and I'll ask this to Bernard first. Should Martin Odegaard stay as the captain for the long term, or is there another candidate?
Final answer: Rice. Declan Rice should be the captain from tomorrow morning.
Why?
I think we play the first. Odegaard doesn't do, see. I don't know why. I don't know why we are becoming emotional nowadays in football. A captain in the English Premier League, for me and you that watched John Terry, Patrick Vieira, Ray Palmer,
Roy Keane.
Tony Adams, Roy Keane, even David Beckham, even Wayne Rooney as a captain of Man U at some point, even Gareth Barry of Man City, even Gary Speed of Bolton Wanderers, even you see we've watched captains. A captain is not the best player on the field. A captain is somebody that can motivate and push people. A captain is not somebody that presses higher. You see that rubbish run, Rodegaard, you run. Yeah, yeah. Say captain. No. A captain is somebody when the head is falling, he will tell them, come on. A Steven Gerrard captain, even as recent as Henderson. Henderson was a better captain than what Odegaard is currently doing. Give that armband to Declan Rice and make Gabriel Magalhaes his assistant. No emotions, no feelings. Because that captain handband has made it impossible for us to bench him.
To bench Odegaard, yeah?
Because you
But,
feel like, how can we bench our captain? What would the media say? What would people say? What would the dressing room feel like?
yeah,
But
but when we had Thomas Vermaelen, was our captain, but we're benching him now.
no, you know how it is nowadays. Yeah, it's going to spark up talks about dressing room unrest. Ateta wants to sell him. That's why he's benching him and stuffs like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
from what we need, Arsenal doesn't have a best player. I keep telling people that. You see this Bukayo Saka we are calling our best player. He's not our best player. We don't even have a best. It is the collective effort of our tactics that makes the team looks very bright. There are days when David Raya will become our best player. There are
Mm-hmm.
days where it is Saliba. There are days where it is Joren Timber. There are days
Yeah.
where it even be Benjamin White.
I agree
So
with you.
if we know that we want to be successful as a team through our captain, that handband should leave him.
Okay, so my counter argument to this is that Odegaard is someone that basically focuses on the instructions of the team and he works very, very hard. He might not be the most vocal, but I think he's still the man for the job as far as I'm concerned. Uche, what do you think? So they got should he remain as captain or should we change it to someone else?
Sorry, before Uche answers, Enigma, do you know that
Mm-hmm.
there are times when a coach will give instruction, and on the field of play, a captain will change it? Do you know that? Do you know that a
Yeah, yeah,
coach will
yeah.
be
It
like,
happened. Yeah, it happened.
a coach will be like, let's do this. A captain, seeing the mood of the player, seeing the body language of the player, they'll be
Um,
like, okay, you do like this, you let's do it like this. Then they will take it as their own way of contributing to the team. If it comes out good, fine. If it comes out bad, still fine. But Odegaard cannot do that for
Yeah,
us.
but it's based on game state, and I understand what you're saying. But I believe that Odegaard is someone that can has been doing the job well as a captain. He has been leading the team well. If you look at 2023 season, he scored 15 goals for us. Minus the goal and the assist, he's always ready. He always gives his 100% for the team. Rice is good too. I won't dispute that. But I think that Odegaard should still remain as now captain. Which what do you think?
so long before now, I've been saying that I don't think Odegaard is the. This is a personal opinion. Long before now, for about 2 to 3 years, I've been saying to even in the Arsenal group that I don't think Odegaard is the right captain for us now because I feel he tries to do too much with the armband. I feel he was freer and more flexible, which is part of the character traits needed for an attacking midfielder role. You have to be willing to take risks if you play in that position.
Yeah, he
You
doesn't
cannot
catch it.
you cannot always play the safe passes like a centre back.
Yeah.
And I think that started when he took the captain's armband. So it's not for the same reason. Not that he's not a good player or he cannot drag us out of terrible moments. He can and he has. But I feel he would play better without the burden of the armband. And I also, on the other hand, feel that a player like Gabriel Magalhaes would play better and inspire more players if he had the armband. This is not based on how Odegaard contributes. It's how I feel the his psyche is impacted by the armband. That's my own contribution to that. And I've been saying it for a very long time. It's not I've been saying it for about 3 years. So
Oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for that. So let's go to the next question, and I'll start with Bernard on this. Is Declan Rice already the most important player in the squad?
Yes. Yes. In fact, it's like the previous question answered both of them. Rice is so important for the English setup and the Arsenal setup. Of course, you watch the internationals now. I don't need to stress over that one.
Mhm.
Currently, by the grace of God, we cannot afford to have Rice injured for a long time this season. That guy
Yeah.
is so important, box to
Mhm.
box. He reminds me of Kedera. Remember Sam Kedera?
Yes, Kedira Madrid, yes, in Real
Forward,
Madrid.
backward. Kedera of Madrid, not when he left Madrid and started. Kedera of Prime Kedera during the Ozil Kedera combination.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what Rice represents now, and we cannot afford to lose him.
Yeah,
Sadly, there's no replacement for Rice right now in the Arsenal team. No
yeah,
replacement.
yeah.
Every other person is slow.
Yeah, I love his engine. I love how he surges forward. And what kills me is his distribution. His corner kicks, his free kicks. Oh my God, it's really, really, really immense for the team. Uche, what do you think about this question?
yeah, I don't think Rice is the most important player in the squad, especially if the manager has a bit of creativity in his head. And why do I say this? Rice was signed as a defensive midfielder to Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
and he later transitioned to play the eight.
Yeah.
Now we have somebody who can play what Rice came into play, which is the defensive midfielder, the way Mikel wants it. That is Subimendi. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always said that Odegaard will play better if he's played on the left of midfield where Rice is. He's more direct, he's quicker, and he doesn't delay the ball. Always, when you watch him on the left, quick passing, quick releases. That's from a creative standpoint. What Rice adds is still he locks that place down, both going forward and backward. Odegaard is not a slouch going backward, but in terms of winning duels going backward, he really struggles. He struggles with that, not really, but not as much as Rice. So for me, Rice is not the most important player in the squad. Now, because he's a £100 million player and he's an English international, you have to play him. But I would say, and I keep saying it, the most important player in Arsenal squad for the past 3 years, and even till
Uh-huh.
now, it remains Bukayo Ayoyinka Saka. He has
No,
been the most important.
no,
He has been the
no,
most contributing,
no,
and he is
no,
still the
no,
man with the
don't do
keys to
that.
the
Uche,
kingdom.
don't do that. Uche, don't do
He
that.
is still the man with the
No,
keys to
no,
the
no, no, no.
kingdom.
He's a sorry, can I say something?
No, no, go
You
ahead.
go ahead, you go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
See,
I like to hear your
Saka,
counter argument.
my counter argument is to whom much is given, much
Much
more.
expected.
Not much again, much more is expected. Saka is the beneficiary of a lopsided play on the Arsenal attack. If Arsenal goes on an attack 50 times, the ball goes through Saka's wing 49.9 times.
Because he delivers.
Not because he delivers, because
It
Ateta is
is a
lopsided.
no, it is a
No,
consequence of trust in
don't
his
do that.
teammates. They
Don't do that.
always look for
No,
him.
Saka is
Always.
Saka is a small boy. Now
Oh,
Mm.
I agree.
let me use the word a small boy. Saka, the load you people are putting on Saka, if you people are the problem, the load you are putting on the small boy is why we have not won a trophy.
No, no, but I disagree with you, Bernard. Saka
No,
has grown to become a
see where
talisman
I'm
in his
coming.
squad.
See where I'm coming,
Saka a senior player now.
The senior player you are talking about is because once he receives the ball, the instruction is try to cut back and take a shot or go to the byline and cross.
Yeah, but
And
he
he's
will
But
deliver.
efficient.
He
but
He's
will
once
deliver.
efficient. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Only once again.
Once Martinelli receives the ball, the instruction is try to cut and try to look for a midfielder to shoot.
No, I disagree with you on that, Bernard.
Oga,
Then I
Saka that has not given us a trophy is not
Declan
important.
Rice will tell you is Saka.
Saka will tell
Bah.
you is Declan Rice. You know
All the
England. You
players
know
in the Arsenal
England.
dressing room will tell you is Saka.
Saka is a star boy, he's a talisman, but he's not the most important. Even on the
See,
our current form,
mm,
David Raya is very, very important in that squad right now.
nah, no be una fault. I the talk I'm
I,
saying I'm Mikel fault.
Saka will
Mikel.
never.
See, make I tell you,
You get
see,
luck
make
say
I
they don't
tell you,
sign. You get luck say they don't sign
should I
Rodrigo.
tell you something?
Sign
Saka,
Rodrigo and let Saka learn football.
no, see, don't go there.
Saka
Rodrigo no
is
near.
one
Rodrigo no
dimensional.
read
Saka
Saka.
is one dimensional.
Ruben was one
Agree.
dimensional.
Enigma
Ruben was
agree.
one dimensional. What
Eh?
are you saying?
Eh?
Ruben was one
Wait.
dimensional.
Oh
Mostly,
yeah, wait.
yes.
Oh yeah, wait.
Mostly,
Oh yeah, wait.
yes.
So prime Saka and prime Ruben. You take prime Saka.
Saka never prime now. Saka prime now, like in the next 4 years now.
Person whenever
I'm just
prime,
telling you that. See,
person
no,
whenever
what I'm
prime,
telling you
now
is
you
that
become my most
what
important
I'm telling
player.
you is that we've always had players who perfect one skill set.
But why are you
And you
calling somebody that has not primed our most? Is that what you have to
what?
understand?
Oh,
So this is what
hold
I
on,
want
hold
you to
on.
understand.
I don't
Arsenal that
also
have
believe.
enjoyed,
I
Arsenal
don't
have enjoyed
believe. I
Robespierre,
don't believe.
Thierry Henry, Antonio Reyes, Julio
I don't
Baptista,
believe. I don't believe Declan. I don't
even
believe Declan
Jeremy
Rice has
Allardyce.
primed though. I don't believe Declan Rice has primed.
No, Declan
Actually,
Rice is currently on his prime. We are wasting
he
his
is
prime.
not. No,
We
I'm
are
telling you
wasting
that
his.
he's not.
Ah,
Declan Rice is not yet in his prime. I'm telling you that for a fact.
yeah.
I
Interesting,
disagree.
interesting.
I
See, let me
disagree
tell
with
you.
Declan.
Okay, let me tell you what Declan Rice prime would be like. Declan Rice's prime would be like Patrick Vieira.
No,
Hold on. Let me tell you how.
no.
Hold on. Right now, what
Sami
Declan
Khedira
Rice
2012. When did they win that La Decima? Is it La Decima or?
No, not Kedira. Oh, come on. No. Kedira's football is far inferior to Patrick Vieira.
No,
Like,
I'm not talking.
it's
No,
far
I'm not telling you.
inferior. I'm telling you.
I'm not comparing skill sets.
Whoa.
No, I'm not comparing skill sets. See what happens here. In the case of Patrick Vieira, he plays dirty, he's a captain, he does everything, yeah. But the current play that Declan Rice is giving us, eh? Declan Rice is the only Arsenal player currently that will pick the ball from the defense, run through the opposition midfield, tries to deliver a through ball, tries to score, and in 30 seconds or 10 seconds, you will see him defending back again.
That is prime Patrick Vieira. Long legs, galloping in the midfield. That's what I'm saying.
He has the engine to do that actually.
It's prime Patrick Vieira. Remember Prime Vieira? He will gallop. He will beat all the tackles, go to the box and lay. That is Declan Rice's peak. He's not there yet. He needs to learn.
So
He
what
needs
does
to
he need to do
learn.
before he is prime now? What does
He
he need?
needs no. Okay, so Declan Rice's last phase of play is to learn timing. in and around the opposition box. When do you try to dribble and turn? He suffers in
Declan
that
Rice.
too much. Yes.
Declan
Declan
Rice.
Rice. Okay, let me see
Enigma, you
the
you
way
agree
the
with us?
way the way the way Zubimendi picks up the ball from the 6 and turns to pass
And
is where Declan Rice
progresses.
struggles.
Yeah.
That's where he struggles currently, and that's where Partey was better than him. Partey can do that with his eye at his back.
Do you know what?
He
Do you
just
know what? Okay, let me
Partey
ask
takes
you,
a dummy and just turns immediately. He has beaten 3 players.
Uche, what is Declan Rice's strength?
Declan Rice's strength, for me, his biggest strength is his engine. For
Aside the
me,
engine, aside the engine.
Distribution.
aside his engine, is his stamina. See, Declan Rice is a
Let me ask
physical
you,
player.
wait, let me ask you a question. Does Declan Rice mark very well?
Declan Rice is one of the best chasers of the ball in Europe.
No, does he mark very well?
No, not
Declan Rice,
really.
see, I will say, hold on. I will say he's marking, but he knows how to chop space.
You have to intercept.
He knows how to chop space, like he go chop space, catch
Let's
you
move on.
up.
Let me not argue. But
No,
as for
no,
me, our most important player right now is not Bukayo. Is either
See,
Declan Rice, Gabriel Magalhaes, David
my
Raya, or
bro,
Saliba. But
my
you see that
bro,
Saka, you people are Sakaring up
my bro.
on the group. You will know that Saka played rubbish, but everybody's keeper will be going one side. Everybody will
No.
not know.
That's it's not for people like us. We always call him out. But the point I'm making is, if you calculate the last 3 seasons in Arsenal and you rank the play, okay, let me say, because of we are talking about Rice, the last 2 seasons since he came, and you rank Arsenal players by how they've delivered, you struggle to say Saka is not the key man.
No, would you rank Saka higher than Rice last 2 seasons?
For the past 2 seasons combined, I would. I got you guys were in the group now when I was vexing and saying how does Saka not merit top 3. You guys were in the group when I was shouting now. Saka gave us 34. Listen carefully. Saka gave us 34 goals and assists in an injury season.
How many did
In an injury season? Don't forget he was injured for about 6 weeks.
How many did the defender, with the midfielder give you? How many did Rice give us?
16.
Rice
Rice
gave us about 19.
For a midfielder, for a man.
No, I'm not saying it's poor, but do not forget that Bukayo Saka missed about 8 games that season.
Missing games shows you your level of
your level of what? What are you saying?
Importance will reduce now. You have to be available to be important now.
You were injured now. Come on, don't do
Oh,
that.
bro, see, Bernard, don't get me wrong.
You have to be available.
Whenever I talk about Saka, you hear me say that I feel. Whenever I talk about Saka, you hear me say I feel Saka does not do as much as his potential should let him. I always say it. And again, I say I feel it's because Mikel structures him to play in such a boxed manner. Saka's peak should be the iteration of Gareth Bale. He can play on the left, on the right, and he can play through the center. So I do not know why, for God's sake, Saka is always pushed to play on the right. And if you watch Liverpool's game, immediately he went to the left. What happened? No, not Liverpool. Which game? What was Man U? Immediately he went to the left. What happened? People started to fall up and down. See, I'm pissed with Mikel at a point because he doesn't see what he has. I promise you, an attack of Saka, Eze, Odegaard, even if na Nicholas Bentner day 9, the person supposed the chop go die.
They cook. You understand?
See, it affects me. You don't understand what you guys don't know this. You don't know the players we have. We now have Eze and Saka with Odegaard and Trossard, Nwaneri and Doman. Why are we talking about attacking movements? These are very unique players. And for these teams where I never call Martinelli. I don't call Martinelli. I don't even they count him.
Please don't call him. Don't call him. Don't want you to call him. Thank you.
So it's on Mikel. And I feel Mikel needs to free Saka so that una go see what they talk. This guy should not be boxed to the right. He should be allowed to roam. He should be allowed to roam the whole attacking line. He can do it.
Yeah, let's go to the next question. It's quite an interesting one, a funny one to me actually. He says, "Can Gabriel Jesus still be Arsenal's first choice striker long term?"
Libo, for where? See, you see, Kahavat. See, don't worry. Let Havertz just come back. Una go know say even Gyökeres is at risk.
But let me say something. I
Yeah.
would not sell Gabriel Jesus if it were me, because there's no substantial amount you sell Gabriel Jesus for now, and
The only thing we can do is to let him go for his wages. That's what we are. That's what
everybody,
we are targeting.
everybody is shouting, Goikerez. One injury, we are back to square one
We
because
have Kai Havertz. We have Mikel Merino.
Havertz is out now. Have you
Harvard is
forgotten?
injured now. Why are you saying?
Havertz
We
is
have Mikel. We have Mikel Merino. You guys say,
Gabriel Jesus
oh
should not
God.
but he won't be for long term. He should still
Hmm.
do another 1 or 2 seasons with us. Then let him play our Carling Cups and our FA Cups and stuff like.
Yeah.
It's not.
Bernard, you know the problem. Bernard, the problem is that listen carefully. Now, this is the problem. Normally, if we had a 4-year, 3-year contract on this guy, I would be agreeing with you. Now, check it out. We currently have 2 years contract on Gabriel. He's not going to be available on grass to start running by December, which means that we are expecting him fully fit by when? Around
January.
February, March.
Yeah.
Season don't end. This is a player we signed for 50 million plus, and we are paying 260,000.
He has given you that. Is it that 50 million you paid? His
I
first
don't agree.
his first
Yeah,
season.
Zinchenko.
His
God go
first
punish
season.
Mikel for those deals. God go
He has.
punish Mikel.
Yeah, if not for injury, he has paid us that money back.
Make I tell you what happened. Now those two deals,
Initially,
now Mikel take settle Pep for training him.
But
Guy,
you know
no,
that if
no,
not
come
for one thing or
on.
the other, they would have won the league for us.
Yeah, initially, the Gabriel Jesus was a very,
I
very
don't
good
see
player,
Oh,
but
he won.
Bernard. I'll be honest with you. Those are fantastic players. I won't even paint it. They are very good players. Now, this is my problem with Arsenal, right? I think the signings we made then, we were desperate to tell these guys we are in business to try to win. How do you explain taking a Zinchenko from Man City that was on £1 million per annum and you bumped him up to 150K a week? Were you desperate? Not just that, a player that Man City was paying £1 million per year. How did you end up paying £35 million for his services?
yeah,
If,
but
if
Uche,
they
just
rated him,
no, no,
they would not pay him that amount of money.
I disagree with you. Uche, when Jesus and Zinchenko came, they revolutionized the way we played. Arsenal were leading the Premier League for
We almost won
248
the
games.
league.
We almost won the league.
I do not disagree with you guys. They elevated the squad. But
Yes.
again, that's where we missed it as Arsenal. But again, we'll get it right eventually. Their players, see, you must be comfortable moving on players.
Like,
No be
like,
this,
like Chelsea, I agree.
no be this season. All man don't see says Zinchenko no they work for us again. No, we dey talk like saying that this season. No, last season how many appearances did he make?
Yeah.
How many? Do
Not
you
much
get my
actually.
point? We don't know for 2 years. Okay, Jesus has been cooked for 2 years. Am I lying? This
Yeah, because
injury, okay, sorry,
even
not,
before
not
the
two
injury,
years.
he was even having a goal drought that he managed to just come out of.
Before the gold drought. So he has been on poor form and injury for 2 years. Why are you waiting? So sometimes we need to be honest with ourselves. We don't help ourselves. And that's part of the reason why we sell players for zero amount. Because we keep them when we should move them.
Yeah, so
Jesus,
Uche,
Jesus and Zini will live for free.
I
And
agree.
those are investments that cost us now about £150 million if you check it.
Yeah, but you lost Alba for free, you lost Ozil for free, you lost Pepe for free, so it's not anything new. Daniel in the
My,
chat
my,
is saying that if he was near you, he would have fought with you.
yeah, yeah, my bro. The truth is that we did those things 8, 9, 10 years ago. Why are we making the same mistakes now?
Hmm.
That's what worries me. Like we are making the same mistakes we made 10 years ago. We're making it now. This thing you said now is a repetition. It's just like what happened with Ozil, Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Ramsey. Our 4 best players in the span of 5 years, they left for nothing.
Yeah,
And
it's
do you know
sad,
what? Do you
bro.
know? Do you know what makes it worse? Aubameyang secured the move to Barcelona and got sold to Chelsea for a fee.
Yeah,
Come on, come
I agree.
on, come the fuck on. They
Okay, so
sold him
let's,
for 13 million, and he went on to score about 15 goals for them.
yeah,
So
true,
how?
true.
So we didn't use him for his value. We didn't make money off him. We
No,
lost
no,
in
no,
all
no,
ways.
but Aubameyang scored 96 goals for us, man. Come on.
And I don't like the way he bowed out, and he still remains my idolo. He's still going to pop it in the French league. I know him. He's my boy.
Yeah, I agree.
He's my boy.
So let's look at the next question here. He says, who is the most underrated Arsenal player at the moment? Bernard.
Come on,
The most underrated.
underrated.
Yeah.
Declan
So
Rice. Now Declan Rice, he go talk.
No, no, Declan Rice is not. No, Declan Rice is not underrated. Everybody knows his prowess. Everybody knows his ability. Somebody I
Mm.
think that is underrated right now in that team is Ethan Waneri.
okay.
Yes,
Why?
I think
Why do you think so?
Pep still think that he's a young guy. You learn. I think that guy is ready for the big stage. Yes, I've watched him critically. He has the abilities, he has the mindset, and he has the mentality. I remember watching him against Man City. I think we were leading 4-1 before he came on, right?
Yeah,
3-1
score
or
that
4-1.
caller.
And he
Yeah,
came in and still had the mind to score that kind of a goal. Do you know what it
yeah,
means? He doesn't care about Man City's feelings. He doesn't care if we already won the game. He has come
yeah.
to prove a point and he has come to show what he can do. So Ethan Waneri is our most underrated player.
To me, I think it's Timber. Timber is someone that has
Everybody knows
been
Timber's abilities now. Timber is showing his ability. Anybody underrating Timber is at their own peril.
okay, fair enough. Uche, what do you think?
Most underrated player in the squad. I think the player who is underrated the most is Victor Gyökeres, and I believe it's because he's just coming. A lot of people are still of the opinion of this guy, if he be scam, they do well. But I tell you something, mark it here today. Victor Gyökeres will give at least 25 goals this season.
He has it in his
At,
locker actually.
at least.
He won't.
People
He won't.
don't.
He won't. He won't. He won't.
I'm not saying in the league, all
Okay.
competitions.
Okay. I thought you said in the league.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying in the league. Oh, do you know that Isaac has not given us 25 goals in the league?
His highest was 21.
Isaac never run a move. Yeah, you guys see 25 goals in the league is beans. It's
Yeah,
not
so
beans.
yeah,
So
I agree.
Aubameyang never did it.
Yeah, he did 22.
Aubameyang never did it. Just to set it clear for you to know how insane it is.
Yeah, and
So
it just shows you how much of a goat Salah is, man. That guy is just something else.
Mo Salah is, I say it, if it's not because of color and cultural bias, Salah is the greatest Liverpool player of all time.
Yeah, I think he is.
He is,
I don't think anyone's going to argue with you on that.
if you put his achievements and his records side by side, he drafts every one of them.
Yeah,
Gerard by a
Even
mile.
Gerard. Yeah,
Gerard by a mile.
no, but then again, if you think of the goals that Ian Rush scored in his time, it's crazy, and he also won a lot of things too. So
Mo Salah has demolished everything Aaron Rush did.
okay,
See,
I'll probably need to check
people
that.
don't understand something. Mo Salah delivered Liverpool their first Premier League title in 30 years.
Yeah.
And then delivered them the second Premier League title about 8 years after. He crushed the goal scoring record in a record number of years. He delivered them the Champions League still. I mean, by achievement, I'm sorry, Gerard. Two Premier League titles already kills everything you've done.
I
Like
agree. I agree. So the next,
he's out there. He's best of his generation. He should be in the conversation. No
yeah.
questions.
So this is a very interesting question, and I start with you, Bernard. What is one area Arsenal must improve to win the title this season?
The
Attack.
the managerial area. The managerial area. The managerial area.
Yeah, I swear. See, Enigma.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If Bernard and Josh be paddy, he told me say after every game, Bernard go chat Josh say, "Guy, I no tell you, he dey waste money. Oh, pursue this guy now.
No, no,
Pursue this
no,
guy
no,
now."
no. Okay, okay. Let me explain. Make it no be like say I just the one day funny. We get the best striker in the world now. We get two of the most creative midfielders in the league now. We get the
Mm,
best defense, top three defense in the world. We get three of them, in fact. So
sharp,
what
I
we
agree.
say, we have one of the best goalkeepers, back-to-back Golden Glove. What did remain in our coach now? The remaining 133 million naira we had to spend, if we had signed a coach, it would have been a perfect season. Ateta is God. Oh, I
Okay,
just let
okay.
me just think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've gotten your own thoughts on this, Bernard. What about you, Uche? So if Arsenal is to improve from
Um,
one position, what would it be?
it has to be the mentality of the team. It has to be the mindset. As I said, over the past couple of years, if the mindset of the team was right, especially in some key moments, for example, the second leg Carling Cup semi-final, if the mindset was right, we should not have left that game with a two-goal deficit. At the very
Hmm.
least, if we win that game 1-0, at the very
Yeah,
least.
I agree. I agree.
PSG second leg, the mentality again. In short, the first leg immediately the goal went in. So that's the thing. So again, the manager has most of the bulk. That's why I don't completely disagree with Bernard. He's the one that makes a system where the players believe that his own plans are achievable.
Yeah,
Sometimes I think Mikel is unsure of what to do when things don't work out how he has planned them. That's what I see. I see the struggling. Okay, I started Merino and Martinelli, but must I hook up Martinelli second half? I see that struggle sometimes, and that's where he needs to improve. In-game management, he needs to get it right. So apart from the team's mentality, the coaches in the game. How do you manage in the game? How do you make your changes to be very effective? Why are you leaving Martinelli on the pitch for 70 minutes? Is it even good for his confidence?
yeah,
These are some of the questions. But as I said, I believe Mikel lacks the extra 5 to 10% that pushes him from nearly run to successful
So the
champion.
place we need to improve is the coach now. How this your English, Uche? It means
Not
it's the
necessarily.
manager now.
So let me ask you a question, Bernard. If you are going to sack Mikel now, currently now, give me three coaches that you would say could replace him, and you're confident that they will do better than he has done, which is winning the Premier League or the Champions League.
Luis
Three.
Enrique, Han Flick, and Jose Mourinho.
I don't agree with Hansi Flick, and for obvious reasons. Have
Next
Hansi
question
Flick.
now. Enigma, why must disagreement be an issue of you don't agree with what's it concern? Next question.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go to the next question, guys. Well, we'll soon be rounding up. Should
Yeah.
Arsenal sign one more striker in January, or should we trust our current options? Uche.
Sell in January. We should be looking at finalizing the situation between Martinelli and or Trossard. We shouldn't be at the point where we are allowing players who have good contributions leave for free. That's part of squad building. Right now, I understand why we didn't sell Martinelli. Maybe because his value was too low based on his performance. But in January, we should be looking at selling and making sure the remaining players on loan, we should be working on permanent deals for all of them. What I'm trying to say is that except you have a serious injury crisis, we don't need another attacking body in January.
Okay.
Except we have a serious injury crisis. But my sources tell me that the board have also equipped funding for January.
Is
And I'm
that true?
hearing, yes, that's what I hear. Actually, before the windows ran out, we were trying to get one more attacking addition. The reason is,
Rodrigo?
yeah, Rodrigo, but Rodrigo was too much on salary. Number one, Rodrigo is on like 250K in Madrid, but the tax in Spain is kinder to him than England. So if he comes to England, they're going to have to pay him a good sign-on fee to offset the difference in salary.
Yeah,
That's
true.
one. And then number two, Madrid wanted outright sale, and they were calling 90 million. That's why
Yeah.
everybody pulled out of the deal.
And
Salary
yeah,
and cost.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't realistic. So, Uche, what
It
about
wasn't. It was.
you?
Yeah. It
Ben,
wasn't realistic. It wasn't
yeah,
realistic. But
Bernard, what about you? Are you done,
yeah.
Uche?
No.
No, no,
So, but
no.
what I'm trying to say is that so in January, if we are able to sell one player, we'll get somebody. The truth is that Martinelli did not want to leave us now. He didn't even entertain the discussion,
Yeah,
and I felt so bad. He should have
180
left.
per week. Come on, why do you think you leave?
He should leave, man. See the
He's
guy.
doing well
See
for
how
himself.
God. He should leave. I beg. That guy will end up being like Nicolas Pepe if we are not careful.
Yeah, fair enough. Bernard, what about you?
If Arsenal should sign another striker in January, yes. Erling Haaland.
See, Bernard, if I wake up in January any day and I hear breaking news, Arsenal signs Erling Haaland, I go naked come seat of wisdom.
Straight up. So this question
Yeah,
is quite interesting. It says, if you could bring back one former Arsenal player back in their prime, who would you be? Mine is Sanchez.
Alexis,
Straight up.
Alexis.
Yeah, it has to be Sanchez. What about
No, no,
you,
I'm
Bernard?
sorry. I'm sorry. What
Mesut
former, what former
Ozil,
Arsenal player? I'm so sorry,
Mhm.
guys. I'm so
Mesut
sorry,
Ozil.
guys. It has to be Thierry Henry. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I'm so sorry, but Henry in this league in 2025 is going to win the Ballon d'Or without Chris. But see, oh my God, Thierry, Thierry. See,
Serious.
anybody that is on the pitch that is not giving his all, the person will not wear jersey. Aside from Henry being a good player, Henry challenge players mentally.
Yeah,
See,
true.
we need. I don't, that's why I was very pissed at him
No,
when
you
he was
cannot.
going.
You cannot call Henry. Henry is our legend. Why on this question means like
Yeah, recently, yes. And
recently.
that's why I'm
In
going to
as
call Sanchez. And you're
in as
saying Ozil. I
in
agree
as
with you.
Recently, I
in as
don't
much
mind
as in as
Sanchez,
much as if I love
Ozil
Sanchez, yeah. But I think
works.
people can do. There are people who can do the things Sanchez can do if they put their mind to it.
In
But
his prime?
you see that Ozil's through pass, Odegaard
No.
can never.
No. Bernard, sorry to cut you. When Sanchez was in his prime, in that left wing, there's nobody that we have that can actually do that.
No, not a person.
No, no, no. What I'm saying is, Enigma, understand me. I said if they put their mind to it, they can even come close. They can even do half. And which you know one
Which
thing about
player?
you know one thing about Sanchez. Sanchez is a workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
He's a skillful workaholic that understands the game. Sanchez is a player that was coached. It looks like a player that was coached into his refined form. Sanchez doesn't look to me like a natural gifted player. He's like a hard worker that was coached well and he added a little bit of his skills. But you see that natural true pass from Ozil or Fabregas, we have turned our football to sideways passes. No
Yeah,
through balls again. So I
true.
need that for goal carriers. Actually, why I'm choosing Ozil is because of my selfish interest for goal carriers to succeed. If you want
True.
Gokeres to succeed, you have to give him those passes to run at.
Yeah, but I think someone like Eze will help us unlock Gyökeres very
Eze
well.
will not play, so Eze will not play so much like we think. Oh,
I no, I
Eze,
think he will. He'll be cutting in from the left.
no, what I mean play so much, I'm talking of time. At most, if he starts the game, he's playing 70 minutes. If he doesn't start the game, he's coming in the 60th minute or 65th minute
True, though.
because of
True.
the squad, because of the quality in squad. There
Yeah,
are so many players to play.
yeah, and everyone has to get a chance to play.
Exactly.
So speaking of that, should Ateta rotate more or keep the same XI in big games?
I wouldn't call it rotate. I will call it utilize. So
Okay.
even if you use the same starting 11, when we are leading 3-0, Saka has scored two. Take him off.
Yeah.
Let him be fresh for the next game. Play your fringe players. Play people like Trossard. Play
Margaret.
people like Max Darwin. Play people like Ethan Waneri. It also gives them confidence and keeps Saka fresh and avoid unnecessary injuries.
Yeah. So one would think that with all the injuries that we've had, that I think I we need to learn from that. I agree with you on that.
Hopefully, hopefully.
So the next one says, which youngster excites you the most right now?
The picture says it all. Max Darwin. I love the
Yeah.
guy, man. I
The
love
boy,
him.
the boy is amazing. The
He's good.
boy,
He's good. Very, very
I
good.
I love his confidence. I love the fact that when he's taking
He
on people,
fears. He fears no evil.
yeah, yes, man. And he's so small. Oh my god, the guy
Very
is really
tiny,
big.
very tiny, but he has a speed. No, I like him. I like the guy. No, the guy is good. He's exciting
Okay.
to watch.
Yeah, so we have two more questions before we close. Second to the last question says, has Kai Havertz finally proved his critics wrong at Arsenal?
Yes, 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 and yes. Unfortunately, the injury came at the wrong time. He was beginning to enjoy preseason and has come into form, but
Mm-hmm.
the injury is quite sad. But I know if he will come back stronger, and he will give Ateta headache for a starting 11 with Goicores.
Yeah, I believe because there should be some kind of game that he should play, some kind of other games that Gyökeres should also play.
Exactly, because of the different patterns they will play.
Yeah, okay. So, final question. Who has been Arsenal's best player this season?
Kala, 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 Kala,
Yeah,
Big
that's what
Kala,
yeah,
Big
because he was
Kala.
even nominated for the Player of the Month.
Yeah,
So
Big
clearly,
Kala has been wonderful. He
I
did very
agree.
well.
I agree.
He has done well.
Okay, so this brings us to the end of this stream. Then I thank you so much for being part of this. I really loved the analysis and all that. I'm looking forward to having you in chat another time again.
Always
So
available.
thanks, man. Thank you so much. So obviously, thanks to everyone that's also in the chat. Daniel, Kazim, Lasbello, you know. Hi, bro.